So in this video, we're going to be seeing how to append or remove data from a list, tuple, or set. Appending data in data structures in Python typically refers to adding an element to the end of a list, tuple, or any other mutable data structures. For example, if I have a list with the elements 1, 2, 3, and later on in my code, I realize that I also want to add 4, I would use the append syntax to add another element. Similarly, removing data is extracting an element from your existing list. If I have 1, 2, 3, and I realize that I want to remove 3, I would be using the remove syntax. So let's see what these syntaxes are. To append data structures, we use the dot append syntax for lists. So let's look at this example here, where we have 1, 2, 3 in my list called my list. So now to add the element 4, I use the syntax dot append. Now this beginning part will be the name of your list. This can change. So it'll be my list dot append. And now when you print my list again, it'll print the updated version, which has 1, 2, 3, and 4. Similarly, with a set, you do the same thing, but this time instead of append, it is dot add. So my set dot add with 4, and now the output will also have the added element. For tuples, since it's an immutable thing, we have to create a new tuple. Here we've just named it new tuple, which will be your original tuple plus the element that you want to add in brackets. And when you want to print it, you print the new one, not this. So you won't be able to update the existing tuple. You'll have to create a new one, but you can just keep the old data. So when you print the new tuple, you'll get the last element. Removing data is similar, but instead of add, we now have the dot remove syntax. So similarly here, my list dot remove, and I want to remove the element 3. So I write 3 here, and now my output doesn't have 3 in it when I print my list again. Similar for this, here when you do it for a list, we use square brackets. When you use square brackets, remember that it refers to the position of the element instead of the actual element itself. So here the 0th element we know means the first element of a list. So we're looking at this list. So the first element is 1, which is what 0 refers to. And so when you delete my list with the square bracket 0, it removes the first element, which was 1 here. Similarly, for a set, we also use the dot remove, where here when we use normal brackets, it just removes the element 3. So we get 1, 2, 4, and 5. We can also use the dot discard, which does the same thing. So here we've put my set dot discard 2, which removes 2, and we get 1, 4, and 5. Basically, this is pretty logical, and you can just use dot add or dot append, dot remove, or dot discard based on your code.